Let's talk about books. Twilight and Applejack have discovered some weird cocoons. Twilight can't find anything about those kinds in her book, but what she finds are holes inside the book. This of course leaves her in shock, and she needs to check the library if the rest is fine, but she seems to be too late. So many books are destroyed. Suddenly, Pinky appears to tell them about yet another problem. Apparently the cocoons they saw, Pinky named them schmafelpots, have spread all over Ponyville. They ponder what's inside when Twilight finds the culprit who destroyed her books. It's a proper bookworm, alright? Twilight gets enraged and tries to blast away the creature. It just barely escapes right into the book. Yes, you heard correctly. Into the book. The story of the book. Which leads us to the plan. Half of them are using magic to follow the bookworm into the book, since it should be possible. They were pulled into one involuntarily, so why shouldn't it work on purpose? While the rest stays behind, keeping an eye on the pots. Whoosh inside the book. They immediately encounter the bookworm, and the fight begins. But it's able to evade their every move with its power of eating through different stories. Our heroes aren't able to follow it, but there might be a way, if they can complete the stories that the bookworm destroyed by reenacting them. But they have to make sure that everything stays accurate. Well, too late. Pinky is improvising. She plays Robin Hood, aka Pinky Hoof, and Rarity is Rapunzel, aka Rapunzel, while RD plays the Queen of Trottingham. And Twilight is one of Pinky's merry mares. Pinky remembers it that way, but it seems to be all wrong. Still, the plan worked and they can move on to the next story, that being one of Daring Do's adventures. The group rushes through the jungle, but this time Rainbow is sure she knows the story, but despite that, they get captured. Switch to the outside world, where one of the schmafelpot jitters and is about to open. And what gets revealed inside is Daring Do. She has no idea where she is, since she actually is the character and not A.K. Yearling herself. She is very suspicious of the girls, but with her appearance, they realize that all of the pots hold more fictional characters. Back to the jungle, where some hamster creatures take the bookworm away to their temple. Rainbow knows what to do. She and Pinky are able to get the knife out of her pocket and cut him free. But I gotta go fast now, the story is quickly getting devoured. The bookworm simply isn't stopping, even wanting to stop the ponies through throwing them into a hole. Dashy still knows what to do and is about to save the day. And the Princess Rarity. But Pinky and Twilight are still in the hole, and the bookworm activated a deadly trap and the hole fills with water. She is just barely able to save the day through using some gum to block the water fountain with a giant rock and gum as some sort of glue, I guess? According to Blue Pony, this is close enough to the real story. And now they are moving on to a romance story with Rarity in the main role. She was waiting for her love, and now, after such a long time, he returns. Francesco. But no, Rarity's knowledge of the book tells her that this isn't the real Frankie. No, it's his evil twin, Antonio. All these attempts to fix are too much for the bookworm, and in a fit of rage he starts to devour the whole story. The whiteout starts and it draws closer. Pinky is curious and approaches it, but upon touching it, her hoof gets erased. The only escape? The path the worm left, which leads them to a weird white place. Now lost in this place, Twilight feels terrible. They didn't save the books or get the worm, and now they seem trapped. Only Pinky has a little fun with the shell she uses as a hoof replacement. Meanwhile in Ponyville, lots of known fictional characters appear. I'm gonna go through the ones I could identify and might be important in the next issue. We have a Tarzan pony, a unicorn that personally reminds me of Rumpelstiltskin, the evil queen that Rainbow played earlier, Antonio, and a Loki pony. And I gotta say, I love that design. We also see some little hamster creatures who came out of the Daring Do book. They all plan to rule the new land that appeared around them. All this happens while the bookworm is still indulging in Twilight's books, and he is a big boy now. The bookworm is an interesting magical creature, and I love that they picked up the going inside a book trope in something other than the Power Ponies episode. So many references to uncover, like the characters I just mentioned. And I personally love the trope of fictional characters going into fictional material to meet characters who are fictional to them. I know it sounds a little weird and contradictory, but I'm sure my sentence makes sense. But what do you think? Did you see more references than I did? Is that pony really Rumpelstiltskin or some character that I never heard of? Or who is that? I have no idea. Do you enjoy this trope? Let me know. Thanks to my patrons, especially to Fowley and Windyberry. Like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoy my content. Until next time, for the Rony Spoony Fellas, and bye.